You're plugged in to Acute Mania Live. From Shinnston, West Virginia, here's your host, Scott Arnold.
That's me. Here I am again. Welcome to Acute Mania Live. It's been 191 episodes since you last saw Mark on the show, but he was sitting beside me in the other room. I've since remodeled. I don't even sit in the same room anymore. Things have changed. I've upgraded the camera, for one thing. It's not blurry anymore. There's an intro to the show now, which you just heard. It's crazy. The upgrades are crazy. And you have new music out, and we'll talk about that stuff. And Jackie's here from just welcome to the show, guys. It's nice to have you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me a second time and Jackie a second time, and now both of us together.
Yes. It's weird. It's weird that happened. On my 300th show, I had two previous guests that are in the same band now. So that was kind of awesome.
Yeah,
up in Pittsburgh. What's going on, guys? I can take a breather now. I've been excited all day in leading up to this. You know, like a month we scheduled this ago. So it's like, Michael's, you know. I always have a good time with you guys. So why is Jackie with us? Is he in the band now?
He is.
Is that why he's on here? Or is he just supervising?
Yeah, I mean, he is also supervising, but
yeah, I'm just here.
Yeah, see if it's going to go well. Well, Jackie is the former owner of Music on Main. I know the folks that usually watch the show, you've heard me talk about Music on Main a bunch when you were open. And you were the owner of that, and it was a great venue, and we won't talk too much about that stuff. But that's who that is. And you are now the bass player for Black Hole Zion, right?
Yes, I am.
Now, why didn't you get guitar player? Because I've just known you as a guitar player. I don't even know you as a bass player.
Because I wasn't a bass player. That kind of just happened.
Did he force you to do that?
No. He had a show coming up, and he needed somebody to kind of fill in for drums. So he asked Jacob, my drummer, to.
Oh, I was going to say, did he ask you? But
he asked Jacob to fill in on drums, and then
right.
The next thing you know, he messaged me, and he was like, "Hey, would you want to fill in for the show and do bass?" And I was like, "Well, I don't really play bass, but send me the tracks, and I'll learn them." And here we are.
Had you ever tinkered with bass before, or just not?
I've always had kind of one lying around in the studio just for studio work, but no, I've never really messed around with it until really sitting down and trying to learn these tracks. And then because I played the first show, then it was like, man, I really need to buy a new bass. So then I bought. Was
there a practice even before that show?
We had two practices.
How'd that go, Mark?
On Main, actually.
it went really well.
Were you satisfied?
I had, if to quote anybody if anybody knows where this is from, I had Faith of the Heart. That's a Star Trek reference.
I figured it would be.
If anybody gets it, great. I knew he would be able to do it and do a great job. So I had no worries at all.
Yeah.
And for me, it's always like, I get real lucky that I, have friends that are good musicians and nice people, and it's just like, oh, okay, so you just want to play in the band now, and so
yeah. Well,
so that's kind of how it was. It was like the one show, and then it was like
I was like, oh, hey, you can just.
It was like, hey, I got this run of shows in the summer that I'm wanting to do. Would you guys want to do that too? And then we were kind of like, well, yeah, because this show was really good, and I felt like everybody had a really good vibe. Mm-hmm. So,
and that's
the one show just kept turning into more shows.
Yeah, and you were also on, Jackie. You were also on when I had Heliosphere on the show. We were actually at Music on Main doing that show. I didn't even mention that. Yeah. I need to go back and see what number that was so I can say, well, that's how long ago. But it's been a lot longer since Mark's been on, so it sounds more ancient. But I had to tell my mother again today who Mark Benicosa is, and she's like, hey, I recognize that name. It sounds familiar. And I was like, remember when me and Jason Parsons did stuff and we put it on an album with a big horse on the front? And she's like, oh, I was like, Mark did that one. He recorded that. At the CAC. It was a weird recording, just a weird, because we were in this gigantic auditorium. It sounded great though, on the album. but it was just.
I know that auditorium too, because Mark and I used to be in
Yeah.
another band together, and we recorded a demo at the CAC.
Which was it? Screwworm?
No,
Were you in Screwworm, Mark?
Yep.
Mark was.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Gosh, that was ages ago, wasn't it?
It was like,
Any chance for a Screwworm reunion?
nope.
How come?
I mean, no, because I think I'm really the only person that actually plays music.
Yeah.
Still. That's
Oh, really?
yeah.
No? Okay.
I mean, my brother plays some too, because my brother was in that band, but he doesn't really like play like out at bars or anything like that. So
I have. You remember Law Abiding Citizens?
I do.
I hit them up. I found their Instagram a long time ago, but I sent them a message one time, and this was like last year, I think. I was like, hey, would you guys want to come on the show? And they were just getting ready to do a reunion show with 304 Recons at Pleasant Street. Do you remember this? I don't know if you were there or you
I
heard about
wasn't
it.
there. I think honestly that might have been that
I
week
think 2 years ago.
that we had all those shows, Jack.
It was a May. I think it was a May show.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was one of those weeks that like we had a string of shows out of town. So
They all got back together and played, and they're like ancient. So I mean, I don't see why Screwworm can't try it.
yeah. Well, we're not ancient, but I just don't think anybody else that was in that band really has any desire to like play or anything like that. So
Real quick before we move forward, because Benjamin Hall is in the chat, and Benjamin Hall is the guy that he has a studio, and he records people. He used to play in a band called Nefel. He was a bass player in Nefel out of Pittsburgh. I don't know if you ever heard of them. Really good band. He was at the show that I was at on Friday night in Pittsburgh. I was at the Funhouse at Smalls with Randy Z and Guides played, and he was there, and then he went away, and I just figured he was just jamming in the mosh pit. He doesn't really do that, but it's funny to say that. But I just figured I just didn't see him anymore, and he said I was talking to him today, and he said, "Do you know why I left so abruptly?" And I said, I didn't even know you left. His wife, they had a baby. Their baby was born. He had to leave the concert. So congratulations are in order for Ben and his wife.
wow,
And their baby girl.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Hopefully given a Star Wars name, but we'll see.
I don't know what. Tell us in the chat what the name is, Ben. I think he might have told me when I was up there once, but I can't remember. But he's been mixing and mastering my electronic music for me. He's really good at that stuff, and he kind of hit me up, kind of like the Sennheiser people we were talking about before we went live.
Uh-huh.
He kind of just sent me an email and said, "Hey, I do recording," and then it turns out I knew him from others. Anyway,
Cool.
you guys play in Pittsburgh much? You play have you
Well,
played
actually, we played last month, or wait, now it's been 2 months. We played in May. We played at Mr. Small's Funhouse.
Nice. That place is nice, isn't it?
Yeah. We had a really good time there. Great sound. Yeah, really great.
Yeah.
We
Now-
we do play in Pittsburgh. Usually a couple times a year at least. Yeah.
There's an Eat Meal in the chat. I don't know if you knew who that is, but I guess they're talking about when we were talking about the Screwworm reunion, and you said nope really fast. They're just laughing at that. They said the quickness of that nope. Oh, okay. Now Mark's. I'm talking to Mark, our co-host that's invisible right now.
Mark.
He didn't know what time the show was. I sent him everything in the freaking email earlier, so he's fired. That's why I can't count on anybody to like run this show with me.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that's ever on time,
Yeah.
Well,
So
people named Mark sometimes.
well, his is with a C though, so I don't know if that's good or bad.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna change mine to there's gonna be a Q at the end.
That would be awesome, or make it QUE would be
Yeah.
that way Americans can pronounce it.
Right.
Ben says thanks guys. It's Lyndon June.
Lyndon June. Okay. That's a good
Lyndon
name.
June.
I mean,
Named it after a month instead.
yeah, maybe there is a Star Wars character, like a lesser known Star Wars character that
Or maybe an upcoming one, maybe in the new one.
yeah, let's say that. Yeah.
I looked up. Well, I had to ask my AI. You guys have an AI that you use as like an assistant or anything like that?
Not really.
Have you done that? You haven't jumped into that?
I mean, I've toyed around with it. So yeah, I'm aware of it, but
Saves you a lot of time.
yeah,
Saves you-
I don't use it very often. I use it like to proofread things sometimes, but I don't really like how it writes things sometimes.
You have to train it, Mark. You have to
I
really
know.
tell it. It's like a woman. You have to be like, listen. You know,
Oh, see, that's reverse.
some women don't need it, but most of them do. I mean,
no.
I don't know. Ben can relate to that. He might be able to relate to that. Hey, look, Mark's with us. I'll admit him. I guess I'll admit him.
Okay.
But yeah, I had to consult my AI. I named him Ralph. Just today I named him Ralph. I'm sick of calling him AI. So hey, Mark.
Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry I'm a little late. I had to go pick up my lady from work.
I need a written excuse for this.
Yeah, I was in Austin back in May.
Oh yeah, what were you doing down here?
I was visiting. Well, I was down there for a recording gig. But I took advantage of the trip to go visit a friend that lives in Leander, Texas. And we spent a day in Austin, and I had Round Rock Donuts in between Austin and Leander. And where did I eat in Austin now? But yeah, I enjoyed it there. Super hot, but great. Yeah.
Mark has the new color Audio Technicas that we were talking about. That's the new color.
Yeah, you do.
Ice blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark's down in Austin, Texas. Those of you that watch, he co-hosts a lot with me. He's a very good co-host, especially for the offstage segment. But what I was getting at before Mark jumped on, I asked Ralph to help me with some offstage questions pertaining to Star Trek and Star Wars, so you would be more interested in that segment. Okay. And I don't know. I lost track of time, so I haven't even read through them yet. But I kept them. We'll see how good Ralph did.
Well, man,
Ralph is my AI, Mark.
If we can't answer them, what does that say about us? That's like,
well, they're trivia questions, and you should be able to answer them since you're the expert here.
Well, but I don't know.
I tried to. It gave me some. I don't know if it's male or female yet, so I call it. But Ralph gave me some trivia questions that actually have answers that you should be able to answer. But they were too particular, and I was like, well, make them funny or something, so that way all of us can participate, even though we're not really fans like Mark is. Okay. So we'll see what
fan too.
We'll see. Jackie's a fan too. Okay, well that's good.
Yeah, we both have lightsabers.
Yeah, we got lightsabers. We're gonna.
You should do a duel like in your little like Brady Bunch boxes like we have on Zoom right here, and just do a duel. That'd be. Jackie, do you remember that band that you had down there that they did like a lightsaber fight in the parking lot? I don't think you were out there to see it, but I videoed it.
That was that Mega Colossus?
Yeah, it was Mega Colossus.
Yeah.
Those guys were awesome.
Yeah.
Mega Colossus. I wish I tried to get them to come on my show, but I think they were afraid of me by that point. I can't meet people beforehand and then have them on because they're just like, nah, that guy's a dork, or that guy's weird, or that guy's awesome, and then they come on the show, and then,
Or if they're like, that guy's really nice, but I get nervous when I'm on camera, so I'm not.
I get that all the time. Or they'll send one person, one member of the band. I get that quite often, really. One member, just one.
Yeah.
Well, he'll talk a lot before we go live, and then we go live, and he doesn't say a word, and it's like, so I got to carry it, and it sucks usually.
Got two tonight.
Yeah. And I got Mark.
Yeah.
In case I freeze up. Right, Mark? Now, how are we going to tell the difference between the Marks? We have Mark and Mark C.
Well, the funny thing is my name is not pronounced Mark.
Uh-oh.
It's actually wrong. Say it with an H, like Mock.
Oh, no. I don't want to do that. That sounds weird.
Yeah, I know it's weird. It's French.
Is that real?
Yeah, like in France, it would be Mock.
Okay.
Mock? Yeah. Like Mach 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about can I just call you Mach 2? That's kind of cooler.
Mach 2.
Yeah.
Sounds like something from Star Wars.
How about Mach 3, and then I could be like a razor. I'm living on the razor's edge.
Mach 3 Turbo.
These guys might know what the Doc Martin song is. Dr. Martin's Boots.
The Doc Martin song?
I don't. Sorry.
No.
Well, we'll get some.
Seen the young ones?
I'm aware of it, but I've never seen it.
Oh, okay.
Well, we can't talk about it then because you don't.
All right.
Hey, just real quick, is that an R2D2 Pepsi cooler?
It is. Yes, it is.
Nice. I remember those.
Yeah, it totally is.
Good job, Mark. Good job, Mach 3.
Wow.
Mach 3 got it.
Yeah,
trivia question.
Yeah, it totally is. My camera is fixed, but I will send a picture later to Scott on.
Was it broken? Is that why it's fixed now?
No.
You mean like
Yeah,
attached?
like it's like attached to my monitor. So, but like I will send
That's
a picture
dumb.
of it later. But it's an R2D2 Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace Pepsi cooler.
Yeah.
Jackie, are you sure you're not down at Music on Main because it looks exactly like one of the rooms down there?
Well, it's because I painted my new studio the exact same color as Music on Main, and
Awesome.
I have pretty much all my acoustic treatment and.
It was a good vibe. It was a good vibe. So yes, that was a very good choice. Yeah, I need to do something here.
The studio still smells like Music on Main, so.
Does it really?
It does.
It's just the condensed, smaller version.
Mach 3 says, "Oh shit, what time was it?" When I texted him, "What time was the show?" Well, it's
I got confused because of the time zones, and I was thinking.
Do I need to do okay? Well, from now on, I'll send it to you in your time zone. That way,
I was thinking all day is 7 o'clock, and then
it is 7 o'clock here, but
yeah,
it's always been in my time zone. I don't know.
7 o'clock somewhere.
Is it 5 o'clock there?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Here?
I'll be here all night.
No, it's 6.
Okay.
So you're only 1 hour then. Yeah. That makes it easier for calculations.
And where are you guys from again? Sorry.
They're where I am. Sort of near me. Are you guys in Morgantown? Well, Jackie, you're in Bridgeport, right?
Yeah.
You're from Bridgeport. And you're in Morgantown.
Okay.
I'm technically Fairmont. I'm outside of Fairmont city limits, though. So.
Are you not a May?
No, I'm Meadowdale. Like I'm north of north.
How far from Rachel is that?
Who's Rachel?
Rachel, the town in Marion County.
Oh, I don't know. I guess I didn't.
I was in Rachel the other day, and I just figured I'd ask.
Perhaps a Rachel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's Rachel again? Yeah.
I'll have to find out.
I don't even think there's a stoplight in Rachel.
Maybe not.
That I saw.
Yeah. We have a stop sign here.
That's good.
Meadowdale.
Do people use it?
I do, because but
now there was a lot of flooding in Marion County recently. Did you get swept away? Obviously not.
No, thankfully not. We're very lucky. We live on top of a hill, pretty big hill.
That's good.
So water everywhere, but we didn't get flooded.
You're above everyone. You're so above everyone.
Yeah. Not everybody was that lucky.
That terrible dorm downtown that place was ancient anyway. I've heard some things since that happened, but it tore the whole side off that building and just people just stuff. Yeah, it was crazy.
It's a shame.
Crazy. I don't want to play the new song yet. I figured we'd wait to play it second, but there's a new song that we'll hear tonight that nobody's heard other than you and Jackie. Originally, it was just going to be you, and Jackie hadn't heard it yet, but apparently he has. Yeah, have you listened to it, Jackie? You didn't listen to it yet, did you?
No, I didn't listen to it.
Okay, all right, well, good. Well, I haven't heard it yet. I received it and I played it for a second to make sure it was there. It's there, but I still think we should wait a little bit. That way,
Yeah, I'd like to hear the old stuff first myself because I didn't get a chance to check you guys out today.
Well, the other song is not really technically old, and it's not technically yours either, right?
Yeah. The other one's a cover.
But it's it's an interesting cover. I still haven't heard that one either yet.
Well, I mean, a cover song still shows your chops and stuff. I mean, you can't,
It's very choppy. I don't know. I haven't listened to it. So.
Yeah.
I figured we'd go ahead and take a listen to that if that's cool with you guys.
That's fine with me. Yeah.
Now I must be under a rock or something. I don't know who this was originally.
So it was originally a song by the Bee Gees.
I don't listen to much of them.
Okay, so this is before their disco phase. This is like their sad, suicidal pop phase.
Wow. I wonder if my parents listened to them then.
Yeah.
Did I started a joke?
It is.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. I was just going to say I didn't send that to him because I didn't have it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the song, and
nice.
I heard it because I like that kind of music, and
Me too.
I thought it would be interesting to do something with piano, and there's clean singing on it. I just thought it would be kind of a nice change of pace because, as Scott knows, usually like when we play live, it's not really that much clean singing. So
it's badass singing notes.
well,
Here in a minute, though, we'll have you tell us your warm up, you might have changed it since you were on in 22.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
You'll never live that down, or I'll never live that down, or whatever the saying is. What's the name of the album? This just came out, right?
Yeah, this album is called Wormhole Aliens, which is also a Star Trek reference.
That's shocking.
Yeah.
So shocking.
And
And it's all covers, right?
Yeah, it's all covers, and it's just kind of a snapshot of the band at that time, and sort of like pulling different influences together, and just really kind of having fun. But it's kind of all over the place. The album is so.
Yeah. Awesome. I like it. Okay, let's take a listen to "I Started a Joke" by the Bee Gees, but Black Hole Zion version, right? Is that how you say it when I don't know how to announce a cover like that.
I don't really know either, and I will try not to react too awkwardly here while we listen. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you do, you do. I mean, I react awkwardly to everybody. So, okay. All right, here we
I'm
go.
excited.
I started a joke which started the whole world crying, but I didn't see that the joke was on me. Oh no, I started to cry, which started the whole world laughing. Oh, if I'd only seen that the joke was on me. I looked at the skies, running my hands over my eyes, and I fell out of bed, hurting my head from things that I said. I finally died, which started the whole world living. Oh, if I'd only seen that the joke was on me. I looked at the skies, running my hands over my eyes, and I fell out of bed, hurting my head from things that I said. I finally died, which started the whole world living. Oh, if I'd only seen that the joke was on me. Oh no, that the joke was on me.
I want to hear that live.
I
was
don't
really
know
good,
that we'll
guys.
ever play that live. I don't know.
That was really good.
Yes, it was.
Thank you. Thanks.
Who played the keys on that?
That was me.
Nice.
Yeah.
You could just let everybody else take a break during the show. It'd probably have to be a headline show, right? So you have some time, but let everybody just take a breather and just play it, and just you and I could just see a spotlight and all that shit. That'd be
Well,
awesome.
Amaris reads music. I could send her the part, and she could probably play it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, the key player.
Yeah, I never thought about playing that one live. I guess I'd probably need two different microphones because I recorded it with two different mics.
Shock everybody. Yeah, do it.
You do vocals, Mark?
Uh-huh.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's you have a really clean, nice voice.
Well, thank you. That's not normally what folks associate with us, but I thought it would be kind of fun challenge to do it for that track. So.
I'd roll with that as much as you can. I mean, it's really nice. And then your thrash metal voice, for the chorus. It kind of harkened back to some like old Metallica almost, without all
really? Okay.
without all the and
Yeah,
but
no.
it definitely had that gruff thrash metal sound. It was nice.
I appreciate that.
cover.
Thank you. Yeah.
Couple of comments from the chat. Destination Random says, "Great to see Black Hole Zion. Sounds really good. Keep up the good work. Love the cover."
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah.
And Accidental Intent says, "Guess I better start practicing." Are these people you know? Because these are just names to me.
No, so Accidental Intent, that's Amaris. That's our keyboard player.
Oh, okay, yeah, badass. And she's fairly new too, kind of like Jackie.
Yeah, she
A little bit.
she was around a little bit before Jackie, but not
Okay.
not long before.
I think I first saw her at Music on Main when you played there
Yeah.
eons ago. Yeah.
It would have been last Halloween, I think. Yeah. So
Who is Destination Random? Just some random person?
I have no idea. Yeah,
Well, they
but
love
I
you.
appreciate them saying something kind. So
Hit subscribe. I don't say it enough on the show, but hit subscribe. There's enough. I need some more.
I've subscribed with all 12 of my YouTube channels, and so can you.
Yeah, it just when people say it, it's just kind of like cringy, if I like somebody's channel, I'll subscribe, but I'll turn the notifications off so I don't get bothered. I'll watch it on my own time.
I will usually subscribe if I remember, and I don't mind people.
It's right in front of you though, like the button's right there. So like, how can you forget?
I don't mind people asking you to subscribe. I don't like when they start off the video
Oh yeah, I don't do that.
with like a whole tirade and make sure you like and subscribe. It's like just
Yeah, I very rarely say it.
remind
So,
me and I'll do it. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I don't really care if you do or not. Honestly, I could care less if you watch again. I just do because I like to do it. It's fun for me, and I don't have to do it on Facebook anymore, which is excellent. Facebook's just okay. I'm not going to get into that. Never mind. Yeah, that was good. I've never heard you sing like that. I've always heard you sing like you do in Black Hole Zion usually.
Broken angry robot.
It sounds great though.
Appreciate that.
I enjoy it. And you're usually okay. Like I want to talk about your stage presence sometimes because I remember talking to you about this before. I don't know whether it was on the show or just chatting. You kind of have a little stage nervousness where you're not sure or something. I think we were talking about.
I'm twitchy. I'm a twitchy person.
Yeah, but you do great on stage. You put on a great show. I just stand there when I play. I mean, Jackie remembers it. We played at his place once.
Oh.
I just but that was our first show, so
I was there.
Yeah, you were there. So I just stood there. I think I used my arms a little bit, but like a choir director. But I don't know. You have you move around and
he moves around a lot, and I'm always afraid that he's going to run into me if I'm not paying attention.
I have.
Yeah, and then
I get twitchy, and I do it when we practice sometimes too. I'll like pace back and forth in the room and stuff, and I just.
I need to know the trick to remembering my own lyrics. Because I do write several, and I had a cheat sheet when we played at Jackie's. That was our only show. We have another one coming up in August, but I had my iPad right there, and with the lyrics. And I've seen other singers do that too. Local bands and stuff. They'll put their iPad up there or something with their lyrics. It's better to have them than forget.
iPad now for lyrics.
What is it?
Billy Corgan uses an iPad now for lyrics.
Well, he can do whatever he wants. At this point.
Yeah, but I mean. I think it's becoming almost standard for people to do it, especially.
I would rather have them than forget them, right? But right, I mean, I'd rather. I mean, I wrote them, so I should know them. But I write. I don't know. But how do you do it?
I'm just laughing about the fucking Billy Corgan shit.
Yeah. You love Billy Corgan, don't you, Mark?
Yeah.
The other Mark, the Mark 2.
So we kind of have like an inside joke about Billy Corgan in our band, and like we keep.
Can we know it? Can we know it?
Well, I mean, it's just like this whole weird thing. Like we covered Zero once, just at a show, and we keep talking about how we're gonna just like start telling people that the Smashing Pumpkins are taking us on tour, or that we're playing at Madame Zoo's tea house. And we're just going to just show up there one day and be like, we're here to play. Billy said it was fine, kind of.
I remember wasn't there like there's a letter or something that you wrote or it had to be you that did it. That was from Billy or something. This is like a year ago or something. That was on Instagram.
I just get these ideas sometimes and just
funny.
kind of run with them. We're like, Billy, if you buy merch from our site, Billy Corgan will write you a letter.
Yeah, that's what it
It
was.
won't be the real Billy Corgan. It will be the Billy Corgan from the astral realm. With a little asterisk for that, so nobody could say that we lied, and there's a disclaimer on there. But so they got a letter from a manifestation of Billy Corgan when they bought something.
So they really did. Then you really did that for them. You didn't. But
well,
you got,
let's say Billy Corgan from the astral realm took control of my body and wrote the letter, and so that's actually what people got. So it did come from Billy, not from me.
It's always entertaining seeing the Black Hole Zion posts on Instagram because they're not of this world. I'll say that.
All real.
Well, I mean, they're real, but like it's the way that you explain, like the way that you explained that you were coming on the show was just, I could never come up with something like that, you know. Like it was just. So I might have you write me a couple posts sometime.
Okay, I can do that.
It's not confusing or anything. Like you know exactly what's happening. You know, you dumb it down for us, types like me. But it's still in the Black Hole Zion language, I guess.
Yes, yeah. I guess that is. Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
Accidental Intent says we always have to make sure Mark knows where the stage limits are.
Oh well, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Have you fallen off the stage before?
Not
Ever?
yet. I'm
Ever?
waiting. I'm waiting for it. One of these days it'll happen.
I want to be there when it happens. I'll catch you.
It'll probably happen. Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen.
Jackie, do you move around a lot on stage? I can't remember if you did. I know you guys set off the smoke alarm in Heliosphere with all the fog one night, but
not in my old band. But like I feel like with the bass, like I'm not so worried about like having to switch patches and stuff like I would with guitar.
Right.
So I do move around a little more playing bass. I feel it's a little more freeing, and I don't have to like be latched in front of the pedal board to make sure I'm hitting all the changes.
Right.
So yeah, I move around a little bit more.
Now, I do. Okay, so was it the Pleasant Street show? You had something glowing. I think your whole thing was glowing, and then at Music on Main, you had like a glow ring around your like a necklace thing.
Oh.
Are you still doing the glow sticks stuff?
Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. Yeah, but I know what you're talking about. The headpiece, and then the
that was cool. I like that.
Yeah, sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. Honestly, it just depends on if I remember.
So you need like a wardrobe person.
Yeah.
Sounds like
yeah.
Nice. What are you doing, Mark? Mach 3?
I heard something in the house, so I yelled out, "Are you home?"
No, you just be like, "Do you want to communicate?" That's what I would say.
Yeah. Well, here in a second, Billy Corgan's going to open the door behind you.
That's right. Yeah.
Hey,
hey guys, what's going on?
Fucking astro vampire version of Billy Corgan's going
to. I used to go to open mics quite a bit around here. I haven't gone in a long time, but I used to play 1979.
Okay.
Smashing Pumpkins, and so, not all the time, but like sometimes I just wouldn't feel like playing it. So I'd be like, I would play 1979 next, but I forgot my clothespin for my nose, and people, like the two people would say, I thought it was funny every time,
Billy Corgan,
nobody.
The Willie Nelson of '90s alternative.
He is.
I like Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, I do too. Even though we joke about it, I do like them. I'm pretty sure that Billy Corgan is a manifestation of a demigod that's come to the earth. I'm pretty sure.
He's something. Isn't he like
my
a
friends used to say
vampire?
that in the '90s about him.
Really?
Yeah, we were like, I mean, he's got to be some kind of music god because
Some
stuff
kind of
he
one.
was putting out in the '90s was just, I mean, it never really stopped. He's just able to do it.
What's this crap he's putting out now? Because it's, I don't know.
It's not all that great. Yeah, he lost something along the way.
Well, he's getting old.
I think he's trying new things, and it's just like, go with what you know because you knew it well.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's bands that do that a lot. Black Hole Zion will never do that. I don't think.
Don't be so sure.
Well, you guys do you do some well-rounded things though, because you have a couple albums that are like meditation music, right? And it's very good. I listen to a lot of that because I like that stuff. You
Yeah.
kind of have to like it, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. Do you have to like it?
I don't know. I mean, like maybe it's like workout music. It's like some people are like, oh, I would never listen to this unless I was working out, or it's like, oh, I wouldn't listen to this other than the fact that I'm like meditating or trying to relax. I don't know.
You want to listen to a little bit, like a snippet of one?
Of one of ours?
Of one of one of those? Just to kind of give an
Sure.
example.
Yeah.
Which one do you like?
Uh
Just a
oh,
little bit of it.
since we're doing Star Trek references all day today,
Of course we are.
Tears for an Android, but not myself.
Like Paranoid Android? Wait, I
Like,
can't search it like that. Hang on a
like
minute.
Data from Star Trek.
Oh, see, I don't watch any of that stuff, so I can't hang, you know?
No, there's a whole
Which what's it called again? I'm sorry, I just had to
Tears
pull
for
it up.
an Android, but not myself. Or not for myself. I can't remember the song titles.
Yeah, okay, I got it here. Okay. Yeah, we'll listen to a little bit of this. Off of Meditation Volume 2, right?
Yep.
Was there Volume 1?
There was.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
But that would be funny just to say, all right, here's
Name it Volume 2, but there's no Volume 1. I love that panning from ear to ear like that. That's just it just adds a whole nother when you listen to it, you know.
I
Listen to
appreciate
it.
that. I
Listen to
did
it
the
on
whole thing
headphones.
in headphones for that reason. So
Yeah, that's I'm a big fan of panning. I don't think a lot of bands do it enough as much as they should. You know.
agreed.
That was a nice little whimsical piece.
Yes. Now, Black Hole Zion is also in video games, or was in video games, or I guess could still
Really?
be.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's Mutant Football League Dynasty Edition. We got a track in that. There was a game that we did the soundtrack for, and then the publisher decided that they were going to pull the game from Steam and put it on this proprietary platform. And then the proprietary platform went under, and now you can't get the game anymore.
Oh no! But you still have the song out, right? Like
Yeah, yeah, all the music for that's out. But yeah,
What
They-
game was that?
it was called Stunt Runner.
Okay,
Yeah, it was a really
Yes.
cool game. It was like you didn't move the character, you actually like altered the environment and the character,
ah,
and your whole thing was like to set up unique ways for the character to get from point A to point B.
that's a cool
It was a
concept.
really cool concept. Yeah, very cool concept.
There's another chatter. Lots of chatters.
Oh,
It's LC Melomaniac. Just says, "Yo, good day, people.
all right. Well, hey,
Hello." Some people I just don't know who they are. You know?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that person either. But
I'm kind of a maniac too, but it's just the name of the show. It's not really. I guess I kind of am sometimes.
a little bit,
What? What are you saying?
10%.
The friend that you saw in Austin was it Parsons, because he lives there now? Did you know that?
No, I did not know that. And had
Yeah.
I known that, I might have tried to look him up. But
I don't know.
okay,
We've talked about this before.
yeah, yeah.
I don't want to say anything on. Sometimes he watches, and sometimes he chats under different names, like aliases. I guess it would be.
Okay.
I don't know what he's trying to prove, honestly.
Yeah.
He's still got to be Jason Parsons underneath all that cloak. You know, the cloak. Isn't there a Star Wars reference there with cloaks or something?
Yeah, or the Shroud of the Dark Side, right, Jackie?
Yep.
Yeah. Which
Now, do you
Star
guys-
Wars movie is that from, Jackie?
Do you guys have like Star Wars / Star Trek nicknames within the band that you call each other, like everybody?
No, but me and Jackie really do love Star Wars.
It's a great idea to do.
We do talk about Star Wars stuff.
Did the other people? Did the other members get annoyed at this?
I don't think so, because Amaris does like Star Wars a lot too.
Oh.
Yeah, I've never talked to John that much about
John,
Star.
that's what I was trying to remember.
Yeah, and I don't know if I've ever talked to Jacob that much about Star Wars, but me,
Yeah, I don't know.
Jackie,
I
and
don't know.
Harrison,
Well, Jacob's a little bit younger too, so I mean, I don't know if he's into it as much as we are.
the
If
Star
he
Wars
is,
timeless.
She says no, but now we have to do that about the names.
Yeah.
I think that's what she's talking about.
Yeah, we can do that.
Because of the latency, it's a little bit late, the chat. I assume that's what but
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
I have all kind of ideas for bands, that I mention on here. So yeah, do the nickname thing and then let me know next time.
Okay. I used to.
What would you want to be if someone was to give you a nickname, like a Star Wars or Star Trek nickname? What would you want them to give you? Let's do that.
Well, that's hard because it's like you.
What would you give him, Jackie? I mean, does he remind you of one of the characters?
well, his favorite character, he would
My-
have to
wait,
be
my real-
Gungan.
So my favorite troll character is Jar Jar Binks. Just because I felt like people were or are too hard on that character. But like my favorite Jedi is Obi-Wan Kenobi, but that's like pretentious as fuck to be like, oh, I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi, like only the single greatest Jedi that ever lived,
I
right?
think that's the only one I know.
The only Jedi.
I only know the ones that are like popular, the ones that because I don't follow.
You mean you don't know Quinlan Voss and Ahsoka Tano?
I don't know what you're talking about. That sounds like a foreign language to me.
Jackie knows he recognizes.
You guys can't see the YouTube chat, right? You guys aren't seeing that.
No,
Okay, so was it Maris? Maris, that's her name.
uh-huh.
She said that who she totally is, but since you can't see it, I'm gonna have you guess. I'll have you guess. And then okay, yeah, you guessed it then. That was easy.
Sabine Wren.
Why was that so easy then?
Well, because I know her.
Oh,
Like
and
I
I don't.
know, yeah, her, yeah, Sabine for sure.
What about you, Jackie? Who do you want to be? We'll just do nicknames now, and then you just have to. You're stuck with it.
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah.
I don't know. We
What would
always
you
have
give him,
this
Mark?
discussion, like on like what kind of Jedi would we be? Like, are we like
Yeah, that's
so,
we did have that discussion.
so it's like I don't know, like because like I grew up with the first trilogy, and those are pretty much my favorite. And I know Mark really likes the prequels and stuff, so I don't know, like I don't know who I would be.
Just sitting there pondering that is like, you dorks.
The way you're sitting there pondering, it's kind of like Ki Adi Mundi.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. But
Yeah,
Mach 3
just
laughs. is good.
Very thoughtful, like Ki Adi, very thoughtful. What about the droid attack on the Wookiees? Sorry.
What about Jacob? Who would he be?
Ooh.
Is a job? No, never mind. I'm thinking something else. Sorry.
So Jacob was which Jedi? I feel like Jacob would be a Jedi Guardian.
Mara says that Jackie's more of a C-3PO.
The Guardian.
He's super knowledgeable about everything.
Yeah. Let's see, Jacob. Maybe Plo Koon or Kit Fisto.
Kit Fisto. That sounds like a. See, I've never heard any of these names.
Well, you just haven't watched enough Star Wars prequels.
I know. Well, I need to hang out with you guys some more.
Yeah, you do.
Do you play
Maybe I'll
Star
learn a
Wars
damn-
online?
Not right now. But I have played Star Wars games for sure, and yeah.
I play the Old Republic online. The
I
MMO.
I used to play that one actually.
Yeah, it's real good.
Yeah, I did like it. I just didn't have anybody to play with really, so I just kind of stopped playing. But yeah, I did play that one.
She
Hit
says
me up
Mark's
on
Mark's a
Instagram.
real live Jar Jar. She says. Now, John, I don't know very well, but he's your guitar player, right?
Yeah, John's very
one
very
time.
quiet a lot. Yeah, he's like very quiet and reserved. He might be kind of, if we're talking like if we're comparing to Jedi, he might be like Mace Windu. You think, Jackie?
Well, he does have the martial arts background too, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say
Are they gonna be happy with your suggestions, Jacob and the rest of them?
I think they should be, right? I
Why
think
not?
yeah, I think they would be.
What about it? I don't. I don't think you could do like a cover song because it's more of like movie music is the only thing I really know, right? Like there's not really any words in their music. Is there a chance that you might be able to get your music on like the next movie, like on the soundtrack? That'd be like you made it, you know?
You would never have to do anything else for the rest of your life because you could never top that, right? Yeah.
I assume there's going to be more movies, right? I mean, they can't stop now, right?
Yeah, there's definitely going to be more movies. I think there's one right now that's like either shooting or has wrapped. It's like Mandalore.
You need to submit something now to make it onto that movie. You know,
Yeah,
you got to. It's a timeline.
So aren't they working on season 2 of Obi-Wan?
Maybe, yeah.
I've seen something about that, and then
Is that one with Ryan Gosling who's going to be in it?
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling's going to be what?
Yeah.
It's going to be like a fighter pilot.
Tom Cruise couldn't do that. He's a fighter pilot, or he was. He has been.
Yeah, any music supervisors listening, we're happy for you to.
Oh, they're listening. They watch the show all the time.
You can use our music in a Star Wars movie.
Send it to the Sennheiser lady.
Yeah.
She'll get you right on there.
Is John Williams still alive?
He is. Yeah.
He makes awesome music. Yeah, I
That's who you
can
need
sit
to
and listen to
email.
anything. I can sit and listen to anything that John Williams has done. His stuff is just amazing, I think.
Yeah. That was fantastic.
I'm a band geek. If you didn't already know that.
I think that's okay.
Yeah. Well, not like a band like you guys are in band, but like
I know what you meant. Yep.
Yeah.
I knew as soon as you said it, I knew what.
Do you know what instrument I played, Mark? That's a trivia question.
So give me a hint. So it was not percussion.
I don't think I can give you a hint. There's a really good hint.
I'm going to go ahead and say I'll say saxophone.
Nope. Wasn't a woody. Nothing woodwinds. Nothing woodwinds. Nope. Very close.
Trombone.
Yep. I was going to give you the, but that kind of gives it away. You know?
That gives it away.
Or I could give you this. I could give you that.
But you got it. Yeah.
But that would have gave it away. Yeah. I was a trombonist.
I have a trumpet in here somewhere. I don't know where, but
I have a trumpet in here actually too. It needs to go to Bandland for some work, but you know, I guess my trombone would need work too because the slide has to have oil.
Yes.
It probably doesn't even move anymore. I've had that trombone since 5th grade, so
you could. I'm sure you could get that trombone working.
It's been through high school and all schooling, but it's also been in the Mountaineer Marching Band for 3 years. Did that. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. We did some Star Wars during my time in the Mountaineer Marching Band.
I figured, yeah.
And we did the formations of the whatever they do in Star Wars, the ships or whatever they call them, ships.
Yes.
Now, okay, since we're talking about Star Wars and Star Trek and stuff, I kind of want to get into like the whole. There's been a lot of talk about UFOs, or what are they calling them now? The UAP, which is dumb. It's more of a government thing. But like, what do you guys really think? Like all joking aside, is there other people out there, or what beings? I guess, in your opinion, I guess.
So my opinion, all joking aside, like, I think there is a high likelihood that there is other life in the universe.
Have they visited us? That's another.
I'm not sure. It's possible.
Do you think a lot of people are saying, well, the government hides everything. Do you think the government's hiding anything that we don't know about that?
Probably a little something. I don't know. What do you think, Jackie?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
I would say yes too. They had a lot of things.
I mean, the how quick we advanced in technology within a short number of years, like there has to be something there.
Now, the things that they released, those videos that they finally released, have been classified, or any video really. Do you think those are legit sightings of things that could be from somewhere else, or do you think it's just something mistaken for something here?
I would say it's legit sightings.
Yeah. Have you seen anything? Have you guys seen anything personally?
I've seen some weird shit, but I don't think the stuff that I've seen is extraterrestrial in nature. I bet Jackie's seen some weird shit though.
I wish I could say yes. I mean, for as much as I've traveled and worked in the military doing stuff. Like
Mhm.
you would think that I would have seen something, but no, I can't really say that I
Now,
have.
since you mentioned military, that's kind of government too. But there's been those guys that have come out and said, "Hey, they're not telling you about this because I saw this. I was a part of this." Is that stuff legit, or is they just kind of just saying that, or just kind of in their mind? I don't know. I guess there's not really an answer to this stuff, right?
Well, I
crazy.
mean, it all depends on what their job was and what they were doing. I know I never seen anything like that. But yeah, I mean, it could be possible.
But yeah, you're right. The technology that any country has really is just crazy.
Yeah, we
beyond-
advanced so fast. Like, I mean, to think that we were at one point where there was no computers, no nothing, and then within like a 10-year span, like there's so much technology that just happened, like
Yeah.
almost like overnight.
You know what was kind of like Star Trekky, Star Warsy to me was seeing that Elon Musk rocket come back and land itself. I didn't think that was when I first saw that. I didn't think it was real. I thought it was like a computer animation, what it's supposed to do or whatever. But it actually did that. Like that's crazy to me.
I kind of get sad sometimes because I think about like, maybe not
What?
I mean, not because Elon Musk, although he's a piece of shit.
Well,
but
yeah,
like,
some people do.
but just thinking about like this idea of like, all right, I'll probably be dead by the time we can like visit other planets and that kind of thing. It's like that's kind of a bummer.
So you don't think the occupation of the moon is doable in our lifetime? Lifetime.
That may be like it's somebody probably just has done the math and determined that
First, we have to get there because according to TikTok, we've never even been there.
Yeah. Yeah, Earth is flat. We've never been to the moon. Yeah, what else?
Those
Yeah.
idiot. Those people are just stupid. It's like the kind of people when you're getting on the interstate. I have this problem constantly. For some reason, it's just me. Probably not, but when you're on the on ramp and you're trying to get merged into the traffic on the interstate, people stay in the right lane and don't let you over when there's nobody in the left lane. It's those kind of people. Those are flat earthers. Those idiots. I just had one.
Or the people that don't know that they need to speed up when they're
and they flip me off like I'm the wrong person. Like how dare you try to merge on the interstate? I'm here in the right lane and I'm staying in the right lane. And then they zip around you while giving you the finger, and then they slow down and you have to pass them again. I did one episode of a podcast that I was just going to do audio. It wasn't going to be live or anything, just something else. And I called it The Horn Section. And it was just going to be a podcast about road rage or basically any kind of rage, really, just something to vent, But I did one episode, and I already have a podcast. I don't need to do another one,
You don't do a second one, but you could.
And then there's life that happens, pancreas and stuff like that, So
We're usually very calm in vehicles, I think.
well, I mean, I'm relatively like I won't get out at the traffic light and fight you, or pull a gun, but I'll probably flip you off if you did something that pissed me off, But it makes me feel better more than anything. And I have tinted windows, so you're probably not going to see it anyway, I had a guy one time like get out at a traffic light. He was in front of me. He went around me and got in front of me, and it was a red light, so he had to stop. Pennsylvania plates, so this will tell you a lot. And gets out, some fat ass gets out, and he's like saying this stuff, and I had my windows up and the music up. I'm just saying something. I was just like, what are you gonna like? What did I even do? And you're in front of me anyway. You're already in first. Go, go on. But it was a red light, so he figured,
He's having a bad day and wants somebody to take it out.
Well, Pennsylvania too.
Here in Austin, got out of his car.
I can't see him driving in big cities, and Pittsburgh's not really a big city anyway. Like it's like a little big city. It's just difficult to drive there. But yeah, I can't imagine what it's like in Austin, like because
it's insanity.
I'm sure. Yeah,
the roads weren't designed. I mean, we got about 1.5 million extra people in the city,
and it's hot as shit all the time, right?
Yeah, it's hot. Everybody's pissed off.
But
nobody goes to church.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually hate Austin. I hate it. Like and
he's not really from there, so it doesn't really
I'm
count.
not from here. I think it's like if somebody. All right, here's a saying I like to use.
Okay.
A turd covered in gold still smells like shit.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah. Well, but Austin was good to you, right, Mark? I mean, you were there and you visited and got to
I had a
visit.
good time as a tourist, I guess. Yeah.
Maybe that's how you have to look at Austin, just as a tourist, right? You
Yeah,
don't live,
yeah.
don't ever live there.
There's plenty of stuff to do. I mean, it's not like, but it's just the traffic and the amount of angry people.
It's like Shinston, you know what I mean?
We got lucky. We kind of came in after rush hour and left before rush hour.
Nice.
Yeah, so it wasn't too.
So it's not. Is it all the time people are angry and driving erratically, or is it just rush hour?
Rush hour is like especially bad on the freeways, but the freeways are always congested, and especially when you start using the ones that are like the inner city freeways.
Oh yeah, like
Just
you
go
don't
from one
have to pay
side
the
to the
toll,
other.
right?
Huh?
The ones where you don't have to pay the toll.
Right. Yeah.
You ever been to Houston? Any of you? Anybody?
I was in Houston that same trip. So
I didn't. When I was in Houston, I didn't drive. I let Rob drive. because
I
he-
drove. That was
That
real
shit
nice.
sucks too. And there's tolls
Yeah.
everywhere. It seems like on all those roads, and they're expensive. But we were in a rental car, so we got to avoid those until like a month later.
Yeah.
I think she's reacting to when I was talking about you think aliens are government cover-ups or whatever.
Yeah.
He says as a state government employee, yes.
Okay.
So she works for the state. We got to watch her. She might have answers to something. Okay, there's a new song that's about to be released by you guys. Is there a release date for this yet?
Nope.
You can tell me about?
Nope.
Nope.
It's almost a final mix. That's not final mix.
Says
Probably
mix 3, so that should be good enough.
probably gonna put it out. Probably gonna put it out this month.
Okay.
Sometime.
And
It's
this month just started, so it could be any time.
yeah, it could be 2 days from now. It could be July 30th. Who knows?
I love that answer.
Yeah. It's called The War.
Anything you want to say lyrically about this? What's it about? Star Wars?
No, is no Star Wars references actually. It's kind of like it's like those feelings of like living in sort of current times and just being kind of like angry and nervous about everything all the time. So I mean you'll hear the lyrics and kind of get the gist and we can talk about it. But it's that whole feeling of like, sort of like neurosis.
Awesome. Well, this is my first time hearing it.
right.
This is Mach 3's first time hearing it.
Jackie,
Have any of the other band members heard this either?
I put it in our band chat, but I don't know if they listened to it or not. So
Probably not.
yeah,
I don't know. I'm just kidding.
probably
The
not.
way our band chat goes, I don't know. Okay, here is The War, and we're kind of short on time, but we'll do some off stage after this also.
Okay.
Cool. Here we go.
Unfiltered, unexpected. We're going off stage next.
That's like the old Black Hole Zion that I know. That there.
Yeah.
It's back.
Different
You know
than
what I'm
the other one. Yeah.
It's back. Yes, I love that.
Appreciate that.
That was Jacob at the end on the drums.
So that one, well, so that is Jacob. But I sort of manipulated a little bit of that there towards the end because
Still though, I mean that's
it's him. Yeah, that's him on the drums. But it's just weird because like
badass.
we have to like record things in like different stages and stuff, and so like we're just working things around, and like now the next plan is to like have something where everybody plays on it.
That's really good though. It's I don't mean anything bad about when I say the Black Hole Zion that I know, but you know that's the album with 8-Bit Rage. What's it called? It sounds like that stuff, you know, and that's what I know. That's what I listen to the most of, really. Of your stuff.
The heavier stuff.
Yeah. That's just what I'm into. I don't know, but you know, that's what it reminds me of. But it's the newer version of you, if that makes any sense.
No, I get it. No, 100% get it. Yeah.
Mach 3. What do you think of it? That's kind of like your first listen of what their sound is.
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. It had God. I don't want to say
stumped.
Yeah, I'm a little stumped, but I mean, definitely almost had like a punk, like a punk backing to the whole like skeleton of the song, I guess, or something. You know what I'm saying? Very angry. So it just had that drive to it. I don't know. I really liked it. The guitar work was really nice.
And the octaves of your voice.
Yeah.
Are you manipulating with a pedal? Or is that really your octave? Because
that is me. There is during the verses, there's like a tremolo effect where that you know.
Yeah, I mean like the really high pitch or the high octave stuff. I didn't know you could sing that high.
I can. Jackie is probably sick of hearing me do it.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah. So,
that reminds me. I won't make you do it. I won't make you do your warm up stuff unless you.
Oh yeah, we did that once. Yeah. No, that's like King Diamond meets like Starscream from the Transformers. Is what I was going for there.
It's
nice.
terrific. Yes. So is this? I know this is early on, but you know, since I'm in the media, you can tell me. You know, is this a part of like an album that's going to be forthcoming later?
Oh, that will be. There's like there'll be 3, maybe 4 tracks on an EP, and that'll be the first single, right? Because like
when's it come out? When's the EP come out?
It's probably going to take a couple months for the EP to come out. I'll probably put that song out this month, and then maybe one more, and then the EP. But that will be part of a collection of songs, but it'll be like a shorter EP. And then the plan is to record with everybody, because we've been playing some other new songs that we haven't recorded yet, and to get everybody in the band playing on those. So
awesome. I'm looking forward to it. That sounds great.
Yeah, this one it'll be out this month. That song will definitely be out this month. So.
All right, let's jump into some off stage here. We don't have too much time, but we'll do the good ones. And Mark's got his staples that he does, so we'll do those. But I wanted to try to tie some Star Wars Trek stuff into this off stage, and I had Ralph, my AI assistant, give me some questions. So we'll see if we'll just see if a couple of these are any good. They might be shit. I mean, who knows? What is the preferred method of communication for a Is it Gungan? Is that how you say it? Gungan? Like Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
You know?
Preferred method of communication?
Yeah.
Well, they speak, or as Jar Jar would say, my spake.
I don't know. See, these are going to be dumb because because it first just gave me questions just to ask you that were with no answer. But I was like, no, give me one with actual answers so he can answer them.
Yeah.
You know? It's Gunganese. Gunganese?
Oh, you mean like their language?
You got it wrong. You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, no.
Jackie knew it all along. Look at him. He's laughing at you, too.
I thought you meant like how they communicate with each other. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I don't see. I can't even elaborate because I don't know. Okay, this is a Star Trek question. In Star Trek: The Next Generation, what bald French captain is famous for his love of Earl Grey tea? Hot.
I know, I know it, but let's see if Jackie knows it.
Okay. Or
Picard.
Mark. Huh?
Captain Picard.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. I'm not so big on like the Next Generation. I like the original Star Trek.
Okay.
I'm
Should
the
we go
only
to-
person in the world who likes Enterprise.
Oh no, I made a Faith of the Heart reference at the beginning. I love Enterprise. Yeah, I said Faith of the Heart. I said if anybody knows that, then I.
Oh yeah, was he on here yet? He might not have been on here yet.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, you'll have to go back and see.
Faith
All right,
of
here's the Star Wars question then, Jackie. Which Star Wars creature is known for having incredibly bad aim, even when outnumbered, leading to frequent jokes about their marksmanship?
Well, that's got to be stormtroopers.
Yes, that's right. Ta-da! I need like a ta-da, something like that,
Creatures.
or a ding. I don't know.
Yep.
It's-
Yeah, Ralph needs to work a little bit, but
Yeah,
yeah.
because when you say creatures, you think more.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't think stormtroopers as creatures, but
I will tell him.
bad
next
aim
time.
is definitely stormtroopers.
When you go into Ralph, be like, well, technically, stormtroopers could
I'll have
be
you- yeah. I'll have you.
descendants of Jango Fett, and they could also be citizens of the Empire. So,
Oh no! All right, Mark. Mach 3. What? Do the new one, not the ice cream one, but the new one we did for last time. Now his are totally not. The next questions are totally not Star Wars or Star Trek. They're just the questions that we usually ask people on here. And Mark has really good ones, like better than I do. Do you remember that one? The one from you know what I'm talking about?
But the grandma and grandpa.
Yeah, that one. Jackie will like this one.
All right. Would you rather have a good hand job from your grandfather or a bad hand job from your grandmother?
See what I mean? That's yeah. There's no right answers, but you have to pick one of them. Sorry. I know, totally different from the other ones.
I'm glad.
What do you got, Mark? Jackie's just in awe of the question.
Are you going to answer it, Jackie?
You can answer first.
All right, I would say the bad one, because then that
They're
would
both bad.
Yeah, but meaning the bad one from grandma, because then that would mean that you didn't enjoy it and you wouldn't have to have that level of weird shame and guilt or whatever. Like
It's always the explanations that I like to hear. I don't really care what people pick. It's just the reasoning behind it's just hilarious.
And you got to think too. Grandpa probably has working man hands, so probably pretty rough.
Chafing, a lot of chafing happening there. Yeah,
But it's a good one. It's a good one somehow.
he lotioned up somehow.
Grandpa's an accountant.
Not my grandfather.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that is funny.
Or a hand model like George Seinfeld. Anyway, sorry.
Where's the rim shot? I don't know. I don't remember what button it is. All right, go ahead and do the ice cream one.
All right. Would you rather eat ice cream that tastes like shit or eat shit that tastes like ice cream?
There you go. yeah. This is kind of a tough one for some reason, isn't it?
Oh God. Well, I
think there's a right answer, so I'm always waiting to see.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh.
Now keep in mind, I've answered these also. He's asked me these questions, except for the grandma one. I haven't done that one yet.
That's Jackie's. I'm not answering that one.
But everyone previous to your episode has answered these.
Okay, so for the ice cream one, I would have to say it would be the ice cream that tastes like shit, because like why would you want to eat real shit?
Yeah, but it tastes like shit.
So if you eat the ice cream that tastes like shit, then it's just kind of like what is that? The Bean Boozled, the Harry Potter beans that taste like weird shit.
Exactly.
That's a good reference. Yeah.
That's the correct answer, Jackie.
Yeah, you got it right. You won.
Very good, Jackie. And you tied Harry Potter into it somehow.
Yes. Never eat the real poo. You'll get worms.
And all kinds of other shit. You don't
want. Like
B, C.
Yeah. and the bonus of eating ice cream that tastes like shit is that you'll know what shit tastes like when someone tries to feed you shit somehow.
There, see?
And you can be like, hey,
he doesn't just ask the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't just ask the questions; he researches the questions.
Yeah, you really research that one.
He does the work. He does the work. You know what those gherkins are? Those pickles.
Yep.
Okay, if you were to do this, how many of the mini gherkins could you fit in your mouth at one time?
Oh God. 30?
I don't even know what the good
I
answer
try
would be.
for 30.
Yeah.
Try for 30.
Okay. What about you, Jackie?
I don't like pickles, so
I don't either.
I'm
I don't
out.
either. So I'd be out of this question too. Yeah. Can't get me stuck in that question. I don't even like the smell of them. Ugh, gross. We had a pickle conversation in 2022 when you were on. You remember this, Mark?
Kind of. It was about hot dogs, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, it was before we started talking about hot dogs because we didn't have
Hot
time.
dogs
Remember?
somehow related to hot dogs. Maybe
I watched
we were
the-
gearing up to do. Maybe we were gearing up to talk about hot dogs.
I
again.
remember because I watched some of the show earlier today. I had to polish myself up on Markisms. You know what I mean?
All the dumb shit that I say.
And me, I had to dumb it down a little bit for you. I'm kidding. Okay, how about a band question? Something not so raunchy, just for now. Okay, let's see. Well, I got to pick a good one here now. Well, it's sort of a band question, but it's a music question. Would you rather have perfect pitch but no sense of rhythm, or perfect rhythm with no sense of pitch?
Oh,
Yeah. Now this one's and you have to pick one.
if I'm singing, I'd rather have perfect pitch.
But you would always be off tempo than the song.
Yeah.
But that'd be all right, I guess,
Yeah.
if you had to pick one.
Yeah, I think if you had one person with perfect pitch and bad rhythm, and then another person that had perfect rhythm and bad pitch, you could.
You can make it happen.
Yeah.
What do you got, Jackie?
Well, I don't sing, so if we're talking about playing guitar, you can always learn where your stuff's at. So I would pick good rhythm.
Yeah. That's a tough one though because it just depends on what you. Well, it's not really tough. It depends on what you do, what your part is, right,
Yeah.
or what you use more of. Yeah.
Yeah. As a drummer, you don't need perfect pitch as long as you got good rhythm.
No. Exactly. They're just. I'm gearing up for the last question, but I have to leave myself up to do it. Okay, here's a more of a serious one, and I ask a lot of people this question because it's a very good question. Would you rather know exactly how you will die or when you will die? Okay, it's different for a lot of people. I get all kinds of different answers for this. It's like a 50-50 of people.
I think when.
Yeah.
You want to tell us why? I would
Um,
like to hear why.
so for me, so if I knew when I was going to die, like to the minute, then you could just live the rest of your life free.
Okay. That's a good way of looking at it.
I would never worry about like swimming too far out in the ocean or anything,
You wouldn't have to keep yourself from doing certain activities and avoiding things at all the time, right?
Right, you could have that second bag of gummy peaches and not feel like you. So
Is that your thing? Gummy peaches?
I love fucking gummy peaches.
Or you can go that extra dozen donuts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which I also love. Jackie
All
knows very well.
Donuts, yes.
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme?
So yes to all. I love all donuts. And yeah, I once ate so many donuts that I had to go to the emergency room.
What? How does that even happen? Like
Just I was having an allergic reaction and
donuts.
Yeah,
So you can't have donuts,
Wow.
really.
I can't have like 8 donuts at a time.
But you can have like a donut.
I can have 1 to 4 donuts and I'm fine.
What was the reaction then?
I broke out in hives.
No, I mean, like why? Like, why? Is it just too much like yeast or
I'm-
something?
I'm allergic to eggs, and but I
Oh,
still-
that could be it.
but-
Yeah.
But I
Interesting.
don't stop eating eggs. It's just that when I have stuff that has a lot of egg, and I've been working on it. I've been trying to expose myself to it. So it
Well, if it's
doesn't-
just hives, then it's not like you're dying. I mean, everybody's gonna get hives. You're good.
yeah,
It's not like your throat's like closing up. Keep eating
it
them.
started getting bad, but it's better now. So
Was there another question that you had, Mark? I think you have 4 now, don't you?
Well, I want to know what Jackie's death wish is.
Oh yeah. My bad.
I would pick the time as well.
Yeah.
Because then you can do the things that you want to do
And not know.
Well, it's like if you like, so it's like you can know that you have this amount of time and you can accomplish and do the things that you want to do. So if you want to travel, you can do the things that you want to do that way. So yeah, I'd rather know the time than how, because knowing how, then it's just like you're constantly thinking about how am I gonna, when is it gonna actually happen? So
Yeah.
I'd rather just know when and then just do the things that I want to do.
I can never find. Oh, here it is. Okay, we'll do another kind of serious one, and then we'll get funny, and then we'll have to wrap up. It sucks.
Okay.
Would you rather lose all of your memories, or never be able to create new ones? This is always a tough one, I think, for everybody. It's just one of those, like the last one was, I guess.
That's really hard because if, you think about, oh, I have some really painful memories I would love to lose, but then also like some of those things, like I also wouldn't want to forget. Like I don't want to have the memory of my dog dying, but I also don't want to not remember my dog. Just as one example. So that's, oh boy, not create new ones. Maybe not create new ones.
Yeah, I think, and we'll get Jackie's reaction first. Go ahead.
I would go with the same answer, not create new ones, because I mean, the memories that you have right now is what made you who you are.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
So if you don't have those, then who are you? And I mean,
I tell people all the time. I think it's about your past. Some people have a past that they don't want to know anymore. They want to keep remembering, I guess, and they pick the other. I think that's what it comes down to. I don't. That's one of the toughest ones. I have a whole list of these, and that's probably one of the toughest questions to even ask. It's tough to even ask somebody that, because they just stop. Kind of like you guys did. You just stop, and it's just like you're thinking, and I can tell you're thinking because I'm seeing you, but it's just, what do you pick there? I don't know.
I mean, right. Maybe if you were like a single person and
it's true, yeah,
and you didn't have or me, I have kids and stuff, so like to not be able to remember my kids,
right,
be weird. So if you were single, maybe start over fresh, because then you can be somebody totally different.
And you're creating all new things. Yeah. But it's tough. It's still tough.
Yeah, it's still weird.
If any of these you had to pick, it'd still be tough. Even the raunchy ones, like the ones that are coming up.
It's a Kobayashi Maru. Sorry.
I agree. For some reason, I feel like I should agree to that.
Yeah.
Mark, did you have one more?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got one.
Go ahead. I have the hiccups.
I got one. Would you rather sit on a dick and eat cake?
There it is.
Or sit on a cake and eat dick?
Yes.
And there's no option to opt out of.
Nope. Nope. Either one.
It's a very penetrating question.
Yeah,
it is penetrating.
So that's the question. You could sit on it, not
enjoy it.
But you could sit on it and it would still be outside of your person.
There's no explanation. We don't explain further.
Okay, I'm gonna eat the cake. Whatever I got to do to eat the cake, I'm gonna eat the fucking.
Have your cake and eat it too, right?
So whatever it takes to eat the cake is what's gonna happen.
But what if it has a bunch of eggs in it?
I'll take a Zyrtec. It's fine. Seriously, I won't let it stop me. I love cake.
I'm waiting for Jackie's answer.
I'm thinking of it as the same way as Mark. You're. I mean, does it say that? So you could be clothed and you're sitting on it. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm just gonna think in my mind that everybody's clothed and I would eat the cake.
Yeah.
So is either one of y'all at this point picturing sitting on Santa's lap and eating cake?
Oh.
Well, does it involve the dick?
I mean,
Because that would change
Santa's
it.
got one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but that would change it completely.
I mean, I'd still eat the cake, yeah.
Because when y'all were talking about, oh, it's not inside you, the first thing I thought was like, oh, like sitting on Santa's lap.
Yeah.
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Wow, that's funny.
Whatever it takes to get cake, I'm there.
All right, last question, and we're gonna stick with dicks because it's funny.
Okay.
And everybody gets this question. Everybody gets this question last. Would you rather have dicks for fingers, or never be able to taste anything ever again?
Dicks for fingers.
Every time, Mark, isn't this right? Every time people pick dicks.
Yeah, people pick the dicks.
And you would think, Jackie, please.
I totally thought you were gonna say, would you rather have dicks for fingers or fingers as dicks?
Oh well, I mean, maybe next time you come on, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Depends on how much you like to eat, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Eh.
Be hard to play guitar with dicks as fingers. So.
Well, not if they get hard, Jackie.
Well, no, then they would be even harder to play if they're hard.
You got to
Yeah.
switch to slide guitar then.
Yeah, slide guitar would be good. Yeah,
I guess I'd just be doing bar chords.
Yeah.
yeah, bar chords and
Yeah.
slide. Yeah,
Into an open tuning, you're
Yeah.
fine.
but then you're getting into lube and stuff like that, and that's just that sounds messy.
It's ruined-
So
it ruins
I would go with
strings.
not being able to taste anything.
There you go.
Wow.
That's my guy.
You can tell who likes.
I think I'd pick that one too. I think I would. I don't think I'd want dicks for fingers. I would.
It's about 95% though of guests though say dicks every time, and it's hilarious
I
because they
can
go
work
right
love.
to
I
it.
mean, food tastes good, but I eat too much of it and I'm fat. So like, I need to lose some weight anyway.
How's that working out? Because I sent you an extra large shirt, and you said that wasn't your size, but it would help you. If I may ask on the show here, if you're comfortable with that, how is it going? Are you
Not
getting?
well.
Oh no.
Still
Well-
eating cheeseburgers.
Well,
But no.
just eat the diet cheeseburgers. I hear they have those. They're impossible or something.
Just switch to only eating Five Guys, and then you won't be able to afford to eat it enough to.
Ooh.
Yeah, like I only eat Five
That would
Guys
be good, yeah.
cheeseburgers, and then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, it's like $50 to go to Five Guys now. So
Or just eat a crap ton of them when you go there. You know, then you're not really losing out. I don't know.
I
don't
could be
know.
that monster dude like in the movies, and I'd be like at the grill yelling at the guy like, "Give me more!" You know.
Isn't that the Kool-Aid man? Oh no, he just says okay. He just goes through brick walls and shit, right? I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to fit into the conversation. You know what I mean?
No, but yeah, for real though, I talked to my doctor about it, and I was like, I gained a lot of weight really fast, which was concerning.
Yeah.
And but they're gonna they put me in a program through the VA, and then
Okay.
they'll give me some drugs. If it
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
work.
good. That always helps. Oh,
Yeah.
it didn't work.
So Mach 3, are you
Yeah.
prior military as well?
Yeah, Army.
Okay. Air Force.
Oh, nice.
Thank you
Yeah,
both for your
I
service. I don't think I knew that from either of you, but thank you for your service. It's July 4th, right? Sort of.
Almost.
Close.
Yeah.
Days.
That's awesome. Yeah. I
It's
didn't
like
know
the
that. I didn't know
Marine's
that. from
birthday today or something.
Is it what? What is it?
It's like the Marine Corps birthday today or something.
Ralph told me it was International. What did he say? Don't forget day or something like that. I don't know. One of these stupid holidays people come up with.
Yesterday was International Joke Day.
Sorry about that.
I was born on International Styrofoam Cooler Day.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you
it
get-
was
do you get anything
it was
every year?
released on my birthday and whenever.
I bet you Mach 3 didn't know this, but Mother's Day and Father's Day were both born in West Virginia. Fun fact, right?
Yep.
Father's Day was
They,
Fairmont, and then Mother's Day was Grafton. You're welcome. The more you know. I need that rainbow to go across the thing now, right? Rainbows.
Little button to trigger the dun 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 dun.
I need lots of. I have this mixer. I have this is a different mixer that I have that I brought down to you, Jackie, and I was like, "How do I work this thing?" This is a different one from that, but this one has a bank of 36 different samples, like room for 36 different samples, and I'm not even close to covering them. So I need. Yeah, that's a good idea. The more you know. Does it have a jingle? I guess it does, right?
In my mind, it does. I don't know.
I'll have to work on that. I'll work on that for next time. Well, come back to the show. Bring the rest of them with you.
Okay.
We'll do this again.
Do that next time.
Maybe
Can
in
that happen
person.
on Zoom? Oh,
Maybe
we
in
can do
person
it.
at the park or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Okay.
I'm pretty mobile these days.
Okay.
Sort
Yeah,
of.
that would be doable because then it's like you wouldn't get like Zoom clutter.
We'll go to Austin and do it in front of the traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
right on the one.
We'll do it on the one.
Yeah, on Mopac. We'll sit out there and
I'm down. I'm down if you guys are down.
Sure.
I'll do it anywhere. I'll do it. We should do it at Music on Main. Just tell the guy we're going to do it there. I know it's not called that. What's it called now? It's
the Griffin's Nest.
Yeah, it's something strange. It's like games and stuff now, right? Have you been down there? I'm sure you have. Because you sold the place.
I still own the building, so yeah.
Do you know the guy? Did you know him?
Yeah. He was renting the smaller building from me until I moved.
Well, you played a show there after you sold it, didn't you?
Yeah, we both did. Helios
Are the lights and stuff still down there, and the sound system? Is all that stuff still there?
No, it's all here in my studio now.
Oh.
And then I sold a bunch of this stuff too that I didn't need anymore. But yeah.
Well, it was still a badass place, and if you have a chance to make a place again, to create a place, do it, because I had some really good times down there seeing what was Mega Colossus was freaking nuts, but the sound I told a lot of people this, and I still to this day tell a lot of people this. I've been to a lot of venues, and your venue always sounded. It was never staticky, like if you turn it up too loud, and it's just some venues will do that, and they just try to, it was never like that, but it was loud enough, and the lights were phenomenal. There was just enough lighting. There was just enough fog. Some places just overdo it for some reason. I don't know whether the band's requested or what, but like some places, not all places, but some places just gets real staticky and too loud and shit. And it's just like, you don't need to do that. Your speakers were massive. I'm standing right here, like.
Yeah.
But you always had a great place.
You got to tune your stuff to the room. Like,
right.
So it's not overpowering everything or underpowering the room. So yeah, I always tried to make sure that everything sounded the best that it could for this.
And it did. For me, it did.
Yeah.
For me, it did.
That's what everybody used to say, was it always sounded good in there, always a clean venue, which was.
Yep. Well, do it again if you have a chance to, because you're obviously good at that. Or whoever has a venue, be like, listen, your sound sounds like shit. I can make it sound way better. Hire me. Do that. I'll start making a list for you, because I've been to several places that are like that. I'm not going to name names, because I still go to some of them.
They've hired Jackie Brown. Yeah.
They've improved a tad, but there's still some work to be done. But who am I to say that? Who am I to say? Well, thank you guys for being on. Like I said, bring the rest of them next time.
Okay, we can do in person somewhere, maybe.
Yes, we'll do that. We'll eat donuts.
Okay.
Not very many, but we'll eat some.
Okay, so deal. Let's do it in Buchanan, West Virginia.
Oh, are we talking about the place I told you about?
Well, even better.
Yeah, because
there's a new donut place I don't know about. I mean, I know about, but I've never been to. That Jackie.
See if they have a conference room or something. We can have a conference in.
Do y'all consider, is West Virginia a southern state?
To some people.
To some it is. I like to point out that we were on the side of the Union during the Civil War, so that these fucks that fly rebel flags.
So regionally, maybe it's more Appalachia.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the southern part of the state that think that they're southern.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh,
other than the Davidson brothers. Other than the Davidson brothers, they think that they are. But.
The reason I asked is because I'm originally from Arkansas.
Okay.
And they have the donut places there serve chocolate gravy and biscuits.
What?
I didn't know if y'all had that up there.
No, but now I want that.
It's so good. You can make it really easy. Like, look up a recipe. It's really easy.
In Arkansas, they do that?
Yeah. And all it is caramelized. It's basically caramelized sugar and cocoa.
You've got it.
And some milk.
You can't have it. You can't have it, Mark. You can't have it. It's bad for you.
Ooh, I want that badly now that I know that that's a thing.
Yeah,
West Virginia is the most northern of the southern states and most southern of the northern states. It's about right. And we're the fuck you state, so that's
Yeah.
I don't know how it is on your camera, but
That's
that I mean, that's I just what part of West Virginia are you from? I'm like, here, like right there, and they're like, what did I do? I'm like, no, it's look at a map, or the people that say, oh, how close to the beach are you? About 2 states away. I'm sure you've run into that.
I've heard you say it's the fuck you state.
It is
so many times, and
it's getting
I've
old.
never looked at it on a map. I'm looking at it right now.
Looks like this.
It is. Yeah.
yeah. Awesome. Well, I have something big coming up this actually in a month. It's come up on me quick. I did find a sound guy, Jackie. I found a guy named Chris Landaker. I don't know how you would say it. I've never met him in person, but he's got a company called Sound Music Productions. He's going to be doing the production for the show at Jacoby's in Clarksburg on August the 2nd. There's 7 bands playing. It's free, so there's no reason you shouldn't. If you have nothing going on and you guys are around, if you have no show or anything going on, please come down and check it out. There's 3 bands from Pittsburgh. There's Reign of Z, Dream the Heavy, and Amplifiers. Amplifiers has been to Music on Main.
Yes,
Those
and
guys,
they were awesome.
Those guys, they have new lights that I've seen on video, but they sent me that stuff. They have a new album coming out too. It's still coming out at some point. It's like waiting for a Tool,
Yeah.
Just wait forever. But they're coming down. And my friend Dale, that he was on the very first show on July 27th of 2020, 5 years ago. He's coming up from Nashville, where he lives now, and he's going to be playing. Bo McMillian, I think you know him, don't you, Jackie? He played
at Music on
that
Main,
show.
too. Yep.
Yeah, he played the show with Amplifiers,
And then he also was like one of Jacob's, I guess, music teachers, because
Yes.
Braxton County. Yeah.
Very good friend of mine.
5 Daughters Donuts.
About what?
5 Daughters Donuts.
Okay, I'll do that.
Nashville Donuts. Sorry.
But yeah, Dale will be coming up from Nashville. Bo Bo lives in Weston now. Bo will be coming up. He's actually retiring this year from teaching music, public schools. But and he plays with Aristotle Jones. But he's playing. He's going to be playing. And my friend Harmon, that has co-hosted several times with me. I've met him in person once. I drove up to his place over near State College, Brisbane, PA is where he lives now. And it'll be his band's first ever show. But they'll be opening up at 6 p.m. is when the show starts. Doors at 5, show at 6. And in my band, Deviant Cause will be playing also.
That's in exactly 1 month.
Yes, it is the 2nd, isn't it? Yeah, you're right. Damn, I got to get to work. I got to start memorizing lyrics of my own.
It'll be fine.
It'll be a lot of fun. Come down if you're around, and it's free. It's free. I mean, you can't even get into Music on Main, or you couldn't ever get to Music on Main for free when there's a show. I mean, I could, but
My prices were reasonable.
They were. Yes, they were. But come down to Jacoby's if you can. If you've never been to Jacoby's, check it out anytime, because the venue is really cool. It's they have bands there a lot. The stage is like in the center. It's like a wrestling ring almost. You know, it's gonna be interesting, especially with the amplifiers lights happening.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, but it'll be a lot of fun. Come down and celebrate 5 years of the show with us, and I don't know what will happen. I'm nervous, nervous.
Well, thank you for having us. And
Yes. Please come back. We'll do it in person at Jackie's house.
Yeah.
Episode 412.
What?
Episode 412 will be us, right?
Oh, you'll be okay. We'll just make it 400. Let's round it out so I can remember.
Okay.
Yeah. Episode 350 is coming up too. I don't know who's going to be on that. Should I have somebody special, or should I just do a show like I usually do? Just keep it going. Should I market it with a certain someone? What do you think? Like a well-known person, or should I just keep it like the show is all the time? I had the guitarist from Power Man 5000 on episode 200, so that's like an example.
So, I would, if you found the opportunity to have someone special, but don't stress trying to make it happen.
Well, no, it's when it comes up, it comes up.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm only scheduled for the next show at this point, which will be a band in Germany called Lost Sanity. Look them up. They just released their EP, actually. I haven't even listened to it yet. But they'll be on July 19th. That's the next scheduled one. I'm sure there'll be one before that. And my buddy Tom in London, he's going to come on just to have him back for, kind of celebrate 5 years and stuff. That, and one more thing, and I'll let you go. I promise. On July 27th, which is the actual anniversary date, because the concert's on August the 2nd.
Yes.
But on the actual anniversary date, I believe it's a Sunday night, July 27th, at 8 p.m., I'm inviting 2 bands back that have been on previously. Public Figure from Omaha, Nebraska, and Arcwave from Fort Collins, Colorado. They will be on at the same time. It's only the second time I've ever done this. It's called the 2-Band Banger, but it's on the anniversary, and I wanted to have them on for the anniversary because it's not to take away from any other guest. I'm not trying to do that, but these are 2 bands they're young and they're doing the damn thing to get to the next, whatever the next level is for them. You know, like I've seen it just from having them on, and even before I had them on. You know, they're doing the social media stuff. You know, they're playing shows. They're promoting. You know, they're just doing all this stuff. I just thought it'd be cool to have both of them on at the same time and put that all together. And you know, they're really good, really talented guys, and yeah, it'll be a fun show. So tune in then, July 27th at 8 p.m. That's all I got. Thank you guys for being on. Thanks Mark. Thanks Mach 3.
July 25th, we're playing Homegrown Harvest Festival. I was gonna say,
take as much time as you need and tell everybody where they can find your stuff.
Yeah, July 25th will be at Homegrown Harvest Festival in, I think, Belington, West Virginia.
Belington has a festival?
Okay. Yeah. Evidently it's pretty cool. This will be our first time at it. And I mean, you can find us anywhere that you find stuff online that you look at. It's Black Holes Ion. We're on all the things, and there's a good chance you will see one of us at a comic book shop or something.
A Star Wars convention.
Yeah. Or Star Wars convention fighting lightsabers. Anyway. Yeah.
And seeing Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, Jackie and I went to see Hayden Christensen a couple months back.
You guys dress up too? Do you dress up when you go to those things?
Not then, but I may or may not have Jedi robes.
You got them in your closet. You got a whole slew of them. Slew.
You know, my grandmother used to address letters to me as Luke when I was a kid.
What?
Oh.
Why? Did she not know your name?
Skywalker.
Oh, okay.
She played along because I wanted to be Luke Skywalker. So
I see. I see where you're going.
Yeah.
Kind of like Santa Claus is real kind of deal. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Sorry, kids. Whatever. All right, playing us out of the show is one of my favorite bands that I've met in person and listened to and things like that, and kind of discovered just by doing this show. They're called Asaba. They're from Akron, Ohio, and the song's called Tick. And they got some new stuff coming out too that I can't say anything about. If you guys have 5 minutes, I'll give you a formal goodbye as soon as I quit the live stream here in a little bit.
Absolutely.
If you have to go, I understand.
I will hang out. Yeah.
Here is Tick by Asaba, and I will see everybody. At this point, I'll see everybody on July 19th, but I'm sure I'll have something before that. So thanks for watching. What do they do, Mark, at the beginning of every YouTube thing?
Please make sure to like and subscribe, folks. Yeah.
And share it with your friends.
Hit that notification bell.
Yeah,
hit the
bell.
I'll see you. Have a good one.
Drop a comment below.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, drop a comment. Damn it.